Hey guys, Jiggin Jerry. I'm out here today at James Island County Park. Now, James Island County Park is a place where you can bring your family. They have campgrounds. They have events every now and then. But it's just, overall, it's just a fun place to come and spend the day. That's just, if you're local, you don't have to travel, 200 miles to have a little bit of taste of nature. Anyway, coming out here, they have a couple of spots out here that have water, that have some fish. That's right, freshwater fish in most cases. Over here is a pond that I'm going to fish for largemouth bass, and maybe even try for some brim later on as well. But I'm going to show you some bass techniques. I've been here before. There are some good bass hiding in here. I am strictly catch and release over here myself. So that way I can come back and enjoy catching these fish again as I watch them grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger. They do have a little saltwater dock here at James Island County Park that you can catch some flounder and occasional trout, and a lot of people like to crab at it. It's very small and has no railings on the way out to the little landing, so when you take that little saltwater dock, you have to be careful. It's very thin. Other than that, I'll tell you what. Let's see what we get into over here at this pond and what techniques I'm going to use today. All right, let's get rolling. Okay, now I'm doing a pond check. As far as what I'm doing is I'm trying a few different techniques, trying to see where the bass are located today. Being an overcast day, a chill in the air, the water's probably warmer than the air, it feels like it. I'm checking to see if they are hiding under structure, under the trees, in more of the shadows, even though the whole day is a shadow here. And I'm working the bank and seeing which structures, and I'll try some open water here shortly. Right now I know for a fact that they are hitting underneath the structure. Now I could stay over there and fish underneath the trees and everything all day, but I really want to see what they're doing the best, where are they clumped up the best, because bass do have habits, and they're different in every pond and in every area. So I'm going to take advantage and test every option there is as fast as I can, and then spend the rest of the day beating on those options and targeting those bass that are following those habits. So anyway, let's keep rolling. Boo! As you can see, I just shot my worm all the way across, pop, to the other side of the pond, right up against the bank in the weeds and the grass. Now I'm going to twitch that worm out of the grass slowly, as if it's working its way out of the weeds. And if there is a stalking bass right there working that bank, he will grab it. Gives me a great fight. I will do the same thing, including right at the bank in front of me. I will just set my distance up a little bit accordingly and cast left to right. Now you see all that green and that grass and that muck? That's why weedless is very important, and this technique is very important in some of these ponds with this cover. you're going to find a lot more bass in the cover than in the open. You catch bass in the open, and you know, some people throw jigs out there with just an open hook, and you pull in a lot of green. Well, in most cases, you're not going to get to these bass clean and get that jig through there clean. So it's really important a lot of times to work a good weedless bait when you're working with a lot of cover and grass and muck and junk. Just something to keep in mind. Open water is really not too bad. It does pretty good, you know. You see these bass pros throwing crankbaits out there and flying, but I tell you, it's a whole different world when you're fishing right off the bank and smaller ponds, but there's just as many bass, guys. All right, let's roll. Now, some people get interested in the fishing equipment you're using when you're out on these ponds or out on the water of any sort. In this case, look, if you're wondering, I'm using a Quantum Smoke number 30. It's got a ceramic drag system. It's got 10 stainless steel PT bearings in it, and it works fantastic. It is a muscle bound for handling bass from small to large. Anyway, just figured you'd want to know. There you go. Now, not the big ones yet. It's a little cold, so they're moving slow. But they're doing pretty good. Now, I'm using a watermelon flake with a white belly. And the white belly this time of year really gives them that first glimpse at a distance. And I have the hook shape where the hook is at the bottom of the white belly, so it brings the white belly to the bottom. Then they see the camouflage top, and it really entices a good strike because they think it's something trying to get away. But anyway, let's get him out of here. We'll see what else we get. I'll show you that hook and worm I was referring to. Well, I'm not going to tell you the brand. Why? I don't want to. No. Look, this is by Strike King, but they have other brands with this exact same color pattern. So just choose the brand that you think does the best for you. Well, as you can see, I'm not the only one fishing out here on this pond. This osprey seems to be trying to do a good job himself, and I'm enjoying watching him give it a whirl. Well, alright. Well, I don't want to make this a super long episode, so I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bass fishing over here at James Island County Park. And for those of you that are just looking in on my show now, take a chance, look down, there's a subscribe button. It only lets you know when I have more shows available. And for all the fans out there that have been watching my show and has already subscribed, look, I just want to say thank you, and I'm glad you're out there and you're enjoying fishing and you're having a good time. So like I always say, good luck out there, have fun fishing. Take care, everyone.